So this is actually a new type of ember, isn't it? This is the orange ones, which are probably just the default, like, regular embers, right? Let's check it out. Lava bubble. Okay, they're not even called embers. But of course that means that we are going to tattle them with Goombella. That's a lava bubble. It's a flame spirit. Max HP is 6, attack is 4, defense is 0. Its attack and HP power, attack power and HP may be different than an ember's, but otherwise it's the same. Since it's made of fire, don't touch it. It's vulnerable to explosions and ice attacks, and if you get hit by a flame, you might catch fire. And that's, well, so Bobbery will do 1 extra damage to these guys, is what she means by weak to explosives. But, I mean, Maya's hammer works just fine, doesn't it? And in fact, it can work even better. Since we leveled up on the way here, I can equip the badge. Okay, just coins, great. I can equip the badge that we got on the way. Ice power. Make Mario damage-proof when jumping on fire enemies. Attack power against fire enemies increased by 1, and damage taken from fire drops by 1. A very, very nice all-around badge to just kind of carry. We also never checked out Attack Effects B. What does this sound like? Mouse squeak. Well, that makes sense. I'm going to throw on Sleep Stomp and Head Rattle. And... Spike Shield, of course. Okay, BP good to go. So, in the first room, we can see this sneakily hidden shine sprite. And as a matter of fact... No, it's the next room. Or maybe it's this right here. Yes, it is. There's a star piece. Hidden. In plain sight. Oh, that's a lot. Okay. Not exactly what we need, but... Effect of the curse has worn out. Oh, how sad. Fortunately, we will be coming back for that, or we'll be hanging around in Rogueport sewers later anyway. Maybe we didn't need to pick that up right now, but it's fine. Instead, we can go over here, and so if we... No, this one's just normal, right? So the way you're intended to do this is with Vivian, and just, you know, we've seen this before. Just do that. However, I believe this one is short enough that you could tube mode across it. Something in my memory is telling me that that is the case. Hello, Bullet Bill. Let's swap to Goombella and tattle a Bullet Bill real quick. Interesting how it took this long into the game for them to show up. That's a Bullet Bill. It attacks after being shot from a Bill Blaster. Max HP is 2, attack is 4, defense is 1. Take care of it quickly or it'll totally whale you, mosh pit style. Use those action commands to take it out. Well, or I can just... well, suicide onto Goombella. So you don't get any reward for killing them, but if you take a look at what I'm doing there, you can paper mode through them. Or you can tube mode or Vivian work all equally well. However, the Bill Blaster is another separate enemy. That's a Bill Blaster. It's the cannon that shoots bullet bills. Max HP is 5, defense is 2. It doesn't attack directly, but shoots bullet bills at you. I know the bullet bills are annoying, but take out the Bill Blaster first, trust me. Ah, how many of those things will you shoot at us? You're so annoying. Okay, look at all these effects that we've got. Let's go ahead. I've actually... well... I've pulled up the bestiary so I can take a look at things like stats, but this might not even be good. Confuses 0%, okay. I guess it makes sense because they don't actually attack. And the fog wheels here. So, Goombilla is not useful against them. Mario, however, is. Oh, not if you miss because of the fog, though. I'm telling you, it's kind of ridiculous how crazy, like, dumb that is. Look at all those rocks. But another Quake Hammer will deal with them just fine. Another kind of fast way of dealing with them is Earth Tremor, of course. Earth Tremor pierces defense. And any kind of special hammer will also... okay, stage effects like crazy this match. Any kind of hammer badge will pretty much deal with them. And they drop quite a bit of coins, too. Okay, next room. Almost have to go into the water, which we can't. Got this little barrel to jump across, and a gate that I definitely fell into the water just to give you a better look at. Oh, you know what? I think, Yoshi is required. Yes, that makes sense, wouldn't it? And here is, I believe, the last new enemy of the region, the Gamer's Grotto, the Pirate Grotto. This is the bulky Bob-omb, which I have actually mentioned in the past because they showed up in the audience. Just kill this one, and then we'll tattle the other. The game, like the manual, the little booklet that comes in the game, had these in it, and I remember tracing them onto a sticky note and pinning that to my GameCube. That's a bulky Bob-omb. I think it's like the other Bob-ombs, but it's huge. Max HP is 6, attack is 2, defense is 1. It's weird. It never attacks, but once its fuse is lit, it'll blow up on its own eventually. I don't mind it taking itself out in the battle, but that explosion hurts us too. And when it powers up, its attack power is 8. Fire and explosions light its fuse, so I guess setting it off early is one strategy. You can run too, but if you're gonna fight, beat it before it goes off. Okay, so now we're going to see if jumping on it instantly detonates it, and it does not. Also, you might be able to tell by the length of their wick, but it does take a turn or two for them to actually explode. And during those turns they will do the charge that Goombilla was referring to. Oh, here is actually the last enemy. The blue fire. These ones are actually just called embers. That's an ember, sort of pale blue flame spirit, kind of spooky. Max HP is 8. Wait. Did we fought the green ones earlier, right? If you get touched by flame, you'll burn. Because I definitely just saw its health bar. Am I going crazy? The green ones aren't until way later. I am going crazy, aren't I? Anyway, now, I don't know why I hammered, because jumping is far better. Of course, refer to my rant back in Chapter 2 about how, things that hit more than once do better if you have attack bonuses. Wonderful, and we got the mushroom. So, there's a locked door that we cannot open. But a ledge that we can go up. Oh, of course, of course, of course. We have not fought the flying buzzy beetles yet, either. So we do actually have more enemies. This place is just full of them, isn't it? This is a para-buzzy beetle. Buzzy beetle with wings. Match HP is 5, attack is 3, and defense is 4. Stats just like a buzzy. Fire and explosions don't have any effect. If you flip it over, its defense goes to 0. Of course. Exactly the same as the regular one, except it has wings. Now, it's a good thing that we have Spike Shield, because we may or may not run into a certain enemy based similarly to these things that will pose a problem if we didn't. We've got a Shine Sprite over here that looks like it is a little bit hard to get. You can't hammer it like that. But if you jump in just the right place, you get a coin block. And this coin block lets you hammer it and get the Shine Sprite. So, we can't cross that water very easily. We can go over here. Actually, maybe this is how you're supposed to do it. Yes, you can make that without Yoshi, but you can't get up here. A little bit of an issue. Instead... Wait. Oh, of course! You can't get up there anyway, but Bobbery can. And Bobbery will open this door. Ooh, turn back, ooh. Go no further or you'll never leave. Well, it's okay, because this is Grind City, XP like crazy. Yeah, let's just do Yoshi. I would show off Bobbery a little bit in the fights, but, he will cause issues with the bulky bob-ombs. Okay, something that I forgot to mention, or that I forgot about in general with those guys, is on their first free turn after they start their fuse, they get a +3 bonus to defense. And at that point, they get tricky to take out. But they lose it on the turn before they blow up, so at least there's that. Let's keep Bobbery out, I guess. And maybe there'll be puzzles that we have to use him for, like this one, perhaps. Where Koops wouldn't really... Oh. Koops wouldn't really do anything with this, this box. Right? It would be a little bit tricky for Koops to land that, but with Bobbery, he can do that just fine. And send us up the little, dumbwaiter lift, I guess you would call that. And we get the grotto key. And that comes back down. And we can have Mario be crushed. Oh! No. Fortunately, Mario's made of solid steel and not paper. So this key will let us unlock that door that we just passed. So let's head on back.